our bakers and milkmen, producers are up at the crack of dawn. As am I.
It is 5 a.m. on a Saturday morning, and I'm looking for a tofu shop.
I'm on my way to meet third-generation tofu maker, Mr. Higuchi, whose family business has been keeping Tokyo in tofu for nearly a century. Konnichiwa!
Konnichiwa!
Higuchi-san?
Hi.
Kate.
Kate-san.
So today we're going to make some tofu?
はい、これから作りますので。
Okay, where do we start?
大豆を昨日の夜にこれを水につけるんです。
Gosh, they're like doubled in size, haven't they? The bloated soybeans are loaded into a stone grinder, which crushes them down into a paste. This is then steamed for around half an hour before being passed through an industrial sieve, which siphons off the pulp, leaving behind soy milk, which is key to making tofu. So this is the stuff you're really interested in, soy milk.
そうですね。
That is the freshest milk you're ever going to milk from a bean. But what magic trick turns this liquid into solid? Oh, what is that?
硫酸カルシウム。
Calcium sulfate. Now that rings a bell from chemistry class. It's like plaster of Paris. Both this and plaster of Paris start life as the mineral gypsum.
同じ材料です。それを食べる用、食用に精製して。
So if you spot E516 on your packet, it's this stuff. It's okay with my tofu. I'm going to have a little dab off my finger, okay?
ほんの少しだったら大丈夫。
I feel like I've run my tongue over a building site. Calcium sulfate acts as a coagulant, which congeals the milk and sets it into the solid blocks we know as tofu. And that is it. Just that little bit of gypsum. That's all you need to coagulate your tofu.
そうです。
And 30 minutes later, we have liftoff. Oh! And there we have it! We've made tofu! Can I try? It's very silky smooth. That is delicious. So apart from gypsum, is anything else ever used to make tofu?
硫酸カルシウムを使ってる豆腐屋が多いけど、今のにがりを使って豆腐を作るところも増えているんです。
What is nigari?
にがりは海から作ってるもので。
Your gypsum tofu is fantastic, but I think I need to taste some nigari tofu. Later, there's a surprise in store when I discover what this mystery of the deep actually is. Oh, this is not what I was expecting.
Next, portion size.
That's jolly good. Do you think I could have a little more?
Yeah. The bloke in 146 wants 3 steady feet.
3?
Oh, really finished. Imagine if we're all finished.
Judging by these iconic adverts from back in the day, big portions used to raise a few eyebrows.
100% whole.
We want to investigate if things have changed over the years. So where better to start than a trip back in time?
I've got a bit of a theory. Things are getting bigger. Portions seem to be getting bigger.
I've been reading reports lately about portion size and the fact that with these ready meals, actually, they've been getting bigger.
I mean, do you think portion sizes are getting bigger?
Wow.
Or smaller? I don't know. Everyone's getting fatter, aren't they?
Well, yeah. You almost need to look at the trajectory of a lasagna over the last 10 years.
So to hunt out the food packaging of yesteryear, I come to one of Britain's most remarkable museums.
Wow, look at this. Oh, hello. Hello. Are you Stella?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is incredible.
For the past 46 years, Stella Mitchell's been collecting 20th century memorabilia, celebrating British consumerism.
Look at this. See, this is over my shoulders. Action Man. I never had the tank. You got Matt Tebbott's pants up here as well. Cigarettes, look, that brand, will not affect your throat. It's like being around my nan's house. So, Stella, can I have a look at some food packaging?
Yeah, sure. Just come this way.
The chicken vegetable pies, lasagnas, 1994. I mean, that is incredible. Look at these, then.
Late 50s, early 60s.
There's shepherd's pie. It's quite small, isn't it?
Bingo, my all-time favourite.
For me, growing up, the Black Forest Gatto was something very exotic.
Oh, yes. Well, you knew it was from the Black Forest.
Yeah, it's straight out of the woods.
Exactly, yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
To establish whether our portions have grown over time, my retro basket and I are meeting Professor Teresa Marto, an expert in eating behaviour from the University of Cambridge.
I've got all these food packages here, okay, from the 90s and 80s and even earlier, and I want to know, have they changed in size?
Good question. Should we find out?
Yeah, let's do it. Here we are.
Hi there, guys. We've enlisted some shoppers to go on a reconnaissance mission.
What I'd love you all to do is choose something on that shopping list and buy some of those items for me.
The brief is to buy modern-day supermarket equivalents to the ones I've got in my basket.
Okay, let's go. Get shopping. So, Teresa, hopefully they should come back with some interesting stuff.
An hour later, they're back. Their bags bulging with ready meals for one.
Okay, shoppers, if I look at my packaging, that's for one person from 1999. Who's got cottage pies? Right, nice cottage pie there. I mean, straight away, they look bigger, don't they? So this is 230 grams. That's 400 grams. And that's 450 grams. That's a big increase. So, Teresa, is that what's happening across the board?
When we've looked at the portion size in cottage pies across 4 supermarkets, what we find is that 400 grams is about the average.
That's an increase of a staggering 73% in just 17 years.
It's incredible, 73% increase.
And what about the nation's favourite, chicken curry?
Wow! Is that for one person?
Yeah.
That's for one person.
Wow.
Do you know what? If I hadn't pulled this up beforehand, I'd have probably gone, oh yeah, nice, one person.
We compared products from 4 leading British supermarkets and found that on average, curry for one has gone from 300 grams to 400 grams, an increase of 33% in just over 15 years. And it was a similar story for single portions of lasagna, fish fingers, and my favourite Black Forest Gatto, all of which have got bigger by around 20% over a decade or so.
I mean, would you be happy if you got that now? No?
So it seems like portion size is growing, in line with our demands. Later, Teresa and I travel back in time to find out it's not just portion size that affects how much we eat.
You broke all the laws of science.
Next, there's a new type of milk appearing in the supermarkets, something to do with A2. Now, I've driven on it, but drunk it?
I bought some of that A2 milk from you. It says on the side that it's easy to digest. Do you know how?
That I wouldn't know, sorry.
Is it easier to digest the A2 than the A1? Or is it just milk that's like...
I don't understand what A1 and A2 is.
Right, no, nor do I.
There's no major distinction between the two, apart from very good advertising.
Really? But it's not like from like the second-class cows, because they've got one teat or something, with a bent horn.
I don't think so.
So to find out what A2 is, I'm heading up the A525 to a dairy farm which specialises in the stuff.
So I've come to North Wales on the allocated sunny day that they have this year to meet a man about a cow. Darry. Hi, Matt. Nice to meet you.
Dowie Jones has managed this farm for the last 12 years.
I've heard there's this A2 milk on the market, and I don't know anything about it, but you do. Is that right?
We do, because we're involved in producing some A2 milk from the farm here.
Yeah.
We've got 2 herds. One herd produces standard milk,
Okay.
and the other herd produces
A2.
just A2 milk. The A2 cows produce milk that only has the A2 protein in it, whereas the other cows will have a mixture of A1 and A2 protein in the milk.
So, it's a type of protein which, along with lactose, fat and water, makes up milk. But how on earth do you get a cow to produce it? Luckily for me, Dowie says I've come at just the right time to find out.
Hello, John.
He brings the A2 semen.
I'm pretty sure I know where this is going.
Nice, vegetable.
Good. I'm glad to see I don't have to go.
Coming up, just how far will I go in the name of research?
You want to go?
I've been learning about a new type of milk which only contains the A2 protein, and I'm about to find out how they get cows to produce it. John Gwynedd is an old hand at artificial insemination. He's here to insert A2 bull semen into the females.
They don't seem to mind.
No. No, we don't.
Each metal vial contains 50,000 precious semen.
Push the plunger, and the semen goes. Do you want to go?
Not a chance.
So, A2 cows are genetically different from your standard ones. But what about this claim that their milk is easier to digest? Is there any mileage in it? To find out, I've come to Reading University to meet Professor Ian Gibbons and Lindy Moores, who has a history of digestive issues with milk.
Nice to meet you, Lindy. Hello. Professor, nice to meet you.
Reports suggest that up to 1 in 5 Brits believe they may be lactose intolerant. So to see if Lindy is one of them, I've brought along a rudimentary test.
Hold your breath for 15 seconds, and then just exhale.
If she is, the reading should be over 20.
0.
Which would suggest that Lindy isn't intolerant to lactose.
So, Lindy, what's your experience?
My stomach was having terrible digestive problems and had severe constipation for many years. Once I'd seen the specialist and she said to me that I was intolerant to lactose, then I stopped taking milk.
So Lindy stopped drinking milk altogether, which seemed to do the trick. Then recently, this new milk caught her eye.
I just read on the side that it said that people that have digestive problems can sometimes tolerate this milk.
So she decided to try it.
I did a little teaspoon, and I was fine. And then I had a tablespoon, and I was still fine.
So you found this different to drinking normal milk?
If I was going to have a reaction, I'd have had a reaction fairly quickly.
I mean, because this milk, this contains lactose.
I now feel that it's the A1 protein that was causing me a problem and not the lactose.
The assumption is if you're allergic to milk, it's always the lactose.
There are a range of intolerances that people can have to milk which are not just lactose intolerance.
It's clear Lindy feels this is the milk for her, but is it easier to digest for everyone?
There has only been, to my knowledge, one study in adults looking at the differences between A1 and A2 protein on digestive issues, if you like. And of course it's very, very difficult to interpret one study in terms of how it applies to the population as a whole.
As only one study has been done so far, the jury's still out. So if you're suffering from any digestive issues, safest bet is to get down to your GP and see what they think.
Back to Japan, where I've been getting to grips with how you make tofu from the humble soybean. I've learned that, as well as gypsum, something from the sea known as nigari is used to solidify soy milk. To delve deeper, I popped down the tofu aisle at the local Tokyo supermarket. It's almost the space that will be dedicated to cheese in a UK supermarket. Here, it is a vast array of tofu. Around half of the ones here are made with nigari, and curiously, they tend to have higher price tags. So, keen to find out what this mysterious nigari is, I'm trekking halfway across the country to the coastal town of Akau. I mean, we're at the sea. Have fish got anything to do with it? Konnichiwa! So, Suzuki, you're going to tell me all about nigari.
はい、今日は苦いと塩について全部教えてあげますよ。
Let's go!
Let's go!
This way! Corporate officer Mr. Suzuki isn't taking any chances with his precious nigari. Whoa! It's like a hurricane! Oh, this is not what I was expecting!
どうぞ。
What is it?
これが苦りです。
So, what is nigari?
苦りは海水から塩を煮詰めて取り除いた後に残った液体を苦りと言います。
Now, Suzuki, I still don't quite understand how you get this nigari from seawater.
工程についてデモンストレーションをさせていただきますので。
Brilliant. As the process happens inside closed machines, Mr. Suzuki is going to show me exactly how they do it. Oh, what's cooking, Suzuki?
これを今の状態は海水を、加熱して煮詰めている状態ですね。海水を元にしております。塩を取りました。そしたら残る液体があります。それが苦りとなります。
So it's as simple as that. You've got seawater, you boil it, evaporate off the water, leaving you with salt, and then this magic serum from the sea, and that's called nigari. So if you see E511 on packaging, it's this salt mineral.
海水から取った苦りはいろんなミネラルを含んでいるということで、やはり体に必要なミネラルとして食することに適しています。
Suzuki, do you drink a little bit of nigari every day?
飲んでますよ。
It's working. You look fantastic.
そのせいにしておきました。
With that glowing review, I've got to try some. Whether you use nigari or gypsum to make tofu, the process is the same. But what about the all-important taste? Gonna go for a nice big bit. Fresh tofu.
甘い豆腐だと思いますが。
That is so lovely and silky smooth. And quite different to the tofu that I ate that was made with gypsum.
多分うちの方の方が美味しいと気づかれると思いますので。
I like both gypsum and nigari equally, but what do these guys think? Hands up for gypsum. Tofu made with nigari. I'm no psychic, but I had a sneaky suspicion they'd say that.
Back to portion sizes. Along with our waistlines, they're getting bigger.
It's incredible, a 73% increase.
But is this the only thing encouraging us to eat more? To find out, we need a group of people who've worked up an appetite.
Oh, do you? Wow, look at this.
We've gone back to the slimmer 1950s to reconstruct one of Teresa's recent studies and to see whether something as simple as plate size can have an effect